Oh, in terms of bold predictions for the Super Bowl, we will take some of these from the fan text. We will also go to CBS Sports and give out our own opinions from the 641. This is pretty damn bold. Sam Darnold throws for 450 yards and 5 touchdowns. Woo!
450 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Against the Patriots defense.
Yes.
Okay.
Bold prediction. Seattle will run the ball from the 1-yard line this time.
On their own 1-yard line, or
to score a touchdown?
No, they won't.
Instead of passing,
they'll throw it
because of
Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Why would you go away from that? It's the best thing you have on that team.
You know what? That's an interesting point. So I'm going to stop on that for just 1 second. You're right, and I know what happened before should have no bearing on this time because you're playing an opponent that is the same in name, has a different quarterback, different most of their team, different head coach. You have a completely different team, different quarterback, different running back, different everything. But still,
like the owner and the GM are pretty much the only thing that are the same.
But still, I'm at the 1-yard line with a chance to score. I'm thinking we should give the ball to Kenneth Walker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, you absolutely should. 4 straight times. I don't care what you do. 4 straight times. Punch it in. I don't try to get tricky when I get into the 5-yard line area.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go ahead. I need 1 yard. I pay these offensive linemen. I know they pay their defense the same, but I pay these offensive linemen to do this job, to get me 1 yard and to block for the quarterback. So I would definitely do that.
All right, bold prediction. Drake Maye will become the most sacked quarterback in a single NFL postseason. What do you think the current record is for most times a quarterback has been sacked in a single postseason?
13.
Oh, man. Really wish you would have said 20.
12.
I thought you were going to say 20. Joe Burrow in 2022 was sacked 19 times. Drake Maye has been sacked 5 times in every one of his playoff games this season. That puts him at 15. You get 5 again, you set the record. Do you believe Drake Maye, I guess it's probably not a record you want, will become the most sacked quarterback in a singular postseason?
Yep, I do. I think he's going to go for it. He's going to be like, you know what?
I don't know if
I want all the records.
Go for it, right?
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, who else is thinking about it? Are the Seahawks? That's something that you need to do. Send that message to the Seahawks. Look, if you do this, you can make him the best worst, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That actually kind of makes sense.
Got to make a prediction.
Okay.
Kenneth Walker gets 84 of the toughest yards you've ever seen in your life and a touchdown.
All right.
On the 1-yard line to win the game.
84 for the game.
84 for the game. Not 84 yards like on one run. He's going to have 84 of the toughest yards. Dude, for him to get 84 yards in the Super Bowl against a team that's going to be, their adrenaline's going to be high, their linebackers play really fast, the offensive line's been able to do some really good work for Seattle. They really have. But this is one of those games where you just don't see something like that happen whenever you have this kind of talent on their defensive side. I think they're going to be very well prepared to hit him, and 84 is going to be something where you go, man, that was really good stuff right there.
To go along with that, do you believe that Kayshon Boutte will have the longest play of the game?
Well, I did say the 40-yarder yesterday. I think that was something that we sat on. So, yeah, for that Boutte right there, I think he will.
Now, Alec, I'm going to go to you on this one because
and again, Jackson Smith and Jigba has some really good downfield stuff too.
I think his over-under yardage for the game is like 92.5.
But the long play, though, like that was the one because he had the big play downfield against the Rams.
Okay, but I'm saying if he gets like a 40-yard pass and he doesn't get above 92.5 yards for the game, something has gone horribly wrong in the Seattle game plan. Alec, I can't remember if this was on air or off, so I want to pitch it to you. Bold prediction, Rashid Shaheed will play a pivotal role in this game.
Pivotal? Yes, he will. I think that special teams could end up being something that decides this game in one way or another, and I think that he is just incredibly dynamic. He is incredible to watch because he's consistent. He is what the voters for the All-Pro team thought Kevontae Turpin was this year.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a fair point. All right. Do you believe Sam Darnold will have a first half turnover?
I do.
Okay.
I do, because I think there's going to be a moment in the second quarter.
Ooh, okay, second quarter. I like the specificity of that. Now, Sam Darnold had the most turnovers in the NFL this season. He had an NFL high 20 turnovers this season. CBS Sports predicts that Sam Darnold has an early turnover, but bounces back to win the Super Bowl with Jackson Smith and Jigba getting MVP honors. I feel like we talked about that yesterday. I think that is a great value play that's out in the world if you want to take it.
I love value plays.
Absolutely.
How much, Kevin, like if you reasonably, would you take about a $50 to $100 and just make a bunch of different plays?
Oh, yeah.
For something like this?
Yeah, and look, I understand if you don't want to lose your money, or maybe you don't have the money to lose.
For sure,
absolutely.
Yes.
I'm in a space, luckily enough, thank you to all of you fine people, to say if I wanted to bet $50 to $100 on just different fun plays for the Super Bowl, I could do that, and if I lost, I'd be like, oh well, I still had a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely, man. That's really specifically for the real degenerates, you know. All these, hey, look, I already made my big plays, and now how do I make some more fun happen?
Hey, you put $50 down on JSN to win Super Bowl MVP. That could bring you back like $300 from the 817. They predict that the Seahawks are going to destroy the Patriots after the Patriots had the easiest path ever to the Super Bowl, and they're afraid it's going to be a boring Super Bowl. You know, before I got into this business, like all three of us have always loved sports. That used to be my low bar, is I was like, I just don't want the Super Bowl to be boring. Before I really learned to like fit and break narratives, which teams and players I needed to root for, I was just like, I hope the game is entertaining if the Cowboys weren't involved.
Somebody did throw out, Kevin, and I know we discussed this already, but that Kenneth Walker chance to run it from the one, but Christian Gonzalez picks Sam Darnold off. If that was the case, would that still be the reverse Russell Wilson career for Sam Darnold, where Russell Wilson started out amazing and then continually got terrible, and then Sam Darnold started out terrible, but then worked his way to being potentially amazing, and it would be just kind of a reverse trajectory of their careers. But the interception is just another play that gets him the win for a Super Bowl, and then everybody's like, we have to say that Sam Darnold's the best.
Now, you don't have to, but I do feel like he's already shut a lot of people up who are like, you're the trashiest of the trash quarterbacks. You have to at least begrudgingly say, if you made the Super Bowl, all right. Like, I'm not even asking for anything beyond that. I'm just asking for, okay.
I'll wait.
You're all right.
I'll wait.
Okay, so let's say
any team can get to the Super Bowl.
Except for us. So let's say the Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl, and it's at least in part because of Sam Darnold. Like, it's not 15-12 or whatever. Then are you going to be willing that all field goals? Then are you going to be willing to be like, yeah, all right, he's okay.
He's all right.
That's all I'm asking for.
Sure. We'll see when we get there, dude.
All right, Alec, will you make that same agreement? If the Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl on at least partially the strength of Sam Darnold, will you be willing to concede, he's okay?
Okay, yeah.
That's all I'm asking for.
I can do okay.
All right.
If you ask for anything more than that, you're doing a lot. You're doing way too much.
Yeah. No, that's all I'm asking for.
If he doesn't, none of that happens.
Man, I hate the idea that this team is going to lose 15-12, and y'all going to be like, look at this bum ass. Couldn't even get a touchdown. And yeah, I could see that. All right. So, by the way, going back around to when we were talking about the potential to sack Drake Maye, this is going to be something I think that could help define this game. So Seattle has the 6th highest pressure rate this season.
Yeah.
But
they're good.
And they finished tied for 7th in sacks. However, in 2 postseason games, they only have 3 sacks. So just keep an eye out on this. The pressure rate that Seattle can consistently get on Drake Maye, and how often does that alter the play or end the play? Because if Drake Maye is able to handle the pressure to any degree, then that would be a huge win for the Patriots. But if Seattle can finish some of these plays, either by driving his ass into the ground or getting a throwaway time and time again. I feel like that will be a huge pivot. But yeah, despite all this pressure, they've only managed 3 sacks through 2 games. So will the pressure game be enough in and of itself to throw off Maye and the Patriots, or are they going to need some finishes to make sure that Maye doesn't carve them up?
Oh, I think that's absolutely what they're going to need. I think they're going to need some of those that just end it in the series altogether in order to continue this. Now, that being said, it was a weird game against Denver, and we've pointed out many times that thing wasn't that snow wasn't affecting them until late in that game. So that defense was able, the New England defense was able to keep them in the game also while he was getting sacked. So that's I'm kind of curious about how this thing's going to look with 2 really good defenses on the field.
Man, I like this. Make it interesting. Did I do that? Oh, I don't know what I pushed. Make it interesting and have them admit he's a top 10 quarterback if he wins.
In the league?
Yeah, in
this
the
year?
league.
That's fine.
Oh, yes. We're the K&C Masterpiece right here.
Of all time?
No. What?
That's a different discussion.
Man, he could throw for 12 touchdowns in that Super Bowl, and I don't think anyone would say he's a top 10 quarterback of all time.
I don't know. That would be pretty interesting right there.
Yeah, would it? And why? Like, my question would be, what's the score in that game? That it has to be like 84-60 to keep him out there and throwing the ball.
I don't know, dude. If I'm getting in the Super Bowl, I want to run the score up.
Okay.
I want to be the one with the most point differential ever.
Do you know what the highest point differential that ever is?
Not the Cowboys.
That's right.
It's the Niners.
Not the Cowboys.